Hey guys, so today's tutorial is going to be on this look. Please keep on watching. So before, I've already gone ahead to do my brows and I've applied primer. So the next thing I'm doing right now is to apply a transition color. For me, I like to use my powder shade as my transition color because I believe it helps me to blend the other colors properly into my skin without being ashy. So the next thing I'm doing right now is I'm going to be applying another transition color, which is the color that I have never ever used before, which is yellow. Seriously, I've never used yellow as my transition color, but I noticed it's actually fine. So I'm going to be using my BHCOSMESTIC palette in 5th edition. So I picked the yellow from there, and now I'm applying an orange. Yeah, it's orange. I'm using that with a precise pencil brush from BOBBI Brown. Then I'm going to be going back with my Techniques brush to pick the yellow a little bit more, then to use it to blend my crease color, which is the orange, and the other colors together, so that there won't be any demarcating line. Then I'll go into my primer. That's my concealer and primer palette. I'm going to be picking the primer. That's what I used earlier before I started this tutorial. So I'm going to be using a flat edge brush. I think this brush is from BOBBI Brown as well. I'm going to be using that to slightly cut my crease in the center of my lid. It's not going to be serious, it's not going to be very precise. It's just going to be a slightly cut crease in the center of my lid. Then I'm going to be applying a green eyeshadow. I think I use more of the matte eyeshadow textures in this tutorial. Then I'll go back with the colors I use in my crease. I think I'll go with the orange, the deeper one, to blend my outer corner and my inner corner properly, so it looks more like an halo eye look. Then I'll go back into that same palette. Then I'll use the product, the colors I use as the transition color and my crease color. I'm going to go back and repeat them with a more precise brush. After doing that, I'm going to go into my liquid glitter liner and my loose glitters to cut slightly the center of my lid, so just things up for me because I'm using more of matte eyeshadow, so I don't want it to be matte all through. So I want to incorporate a little bit of glitters in some little areas, not overpowering the look. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also lining my eyes. I'm using a KERITE gel eyeliner. Ever since time I started using this product, I've been so glued to it. I mean, it's been my lover, seriously, because it's so dark and it's waterproof. It's very, very nice. The only problem is it can get dry, like in a jiffy. It gets so dry if it's exposed to hair, so you have to be very, very careful, but it does the job. It's very nice. Now I'm fixing my lashes. I'm using I think this is KYLIE, sorry, but what's this particular one? I think this should be MALIBOO. If that's not the correct name, I'm going to list the correct one in the description box so that you guys can check it out. So I'm going to be using my old fave, which is tweezers. I'm using that to apply it, and I'm pressing my lashes, my natural lashes, with the forces together so that there won't be any demarcating line. So I'm going back to the glitter glue, that's the liquid one, to reapply and to reline my lid properly so that it stays where it should be, in the center. I think these days I'm so used to, I've really cultivated the habit of, like before, like the normal way that people want to do it, that when you want to apply glitters, you want to use a glitter glue, For me, I've skipped that part. What I do is I'll just go into my liquid glitters, apply that, and use any color of glitters I want, seriously. And it's really been working really nice for me because it's more easier, So I'm going to be using that to line my the center of my lid, more like the part that I cut the crease a little bit. Then I'm going to, like I said, this tutorial, like this eye is more of matte eyeshadow textures, but for me not to have all my eyes just being flat, so I'm just going to be incorporating, like I said earlier, glitters and all that. So for me to jazz things up too, I'm still going to go into my wing eyeliner just to create another second wing eyeliner, but this time around it's not going to be black, it's going to be the glitters. So if you notice, at every point that I place the liquid glitters, always go into the loose one to like stick it onto the line so that it doesn't move away from where it is. The glitters is so nice. The what's it called, the glitter glue, that's the liquid one, it's perfect on its own, but because I want another color, that's why I had to like use a loose one on top of it. So I'm still going to go back to triple check what I've done earlier. What I mean by triple checking is, I don't want to say double checking, because I think I've gone like 2 or 3 times to place in the crease color and the transition color. That's just me, seriously guys. It's not like, I wish the camera is doing justice to how this eyeshadow looks in real life. Seriously, you guys would have seen it's so pigmented, it's so nice, seriously. But I had to go back to double check because I'm more of a perfectionist. Don't blame me guys. I like when things are properly done and when things are where they should be, when both things I'm doing are like 50-50, you know, at least if not 50-50, should be like 50-49. They are both close to equalness. Seriously, so I like that. That's one thing about me. I don't want to lack in one side. I like both to be almost equal, if not exactly equal. So what I'm doing is I'm using my Ray Techniques brush to also go back to what I've used earlier, the yellow to blend together. So this is what I did with the eyes, and I'm done with that part of the eyes. So I'm going to be going over behind the camera to apply my base, you know, foundation, highlighting and contouring, powdering and all that good stuff. Then I'll be right back. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to be smoking my under eye. I'm going to be smoking about what I'm using here is the same product I used in my crease area, so I'm going to be replicating that at my lower lash line just to make it look nice. And I already used a white eyeliner pencil. I prefer to use white because by using white and smoking out your lower lash line, it makes your eyes look bigger, especially for those that have a small eyes. If you have a big eyes, you don't have to do this. If you have a round eyes, instead of doing your blending all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner of your lower lash line, just try and do it at the end part of your what's it called, at the end part of your lash line, that's almost towards the outer corner of your eye, so that it makes it look elongated and like a cat eye effect. So that's what I'm just doing this because I don't want the black eyeliner to, if I'd used a black eyeliner pencil, my eyes would have been closed up with the lashes. So I don't want that. I want my eyes to be open, sultry and sexy. So I want it to look that way, and I'm using a very precise small pencil blending brush kind of to do that so that it doesn't get into my eyes. Now I'm going to be the gel liner that I use for my wing eyeliner, I'm going to be using that to extend my inner corner wing, like more like a reverse wing eye. I mean, I don't know what name do you guys think this goes for. It's a reverse wing eyeliner or your inner corner wing liner. So that's what I'm doing, just to create more like an Egyptian look, like, you know guys. So I'm going to be doing that with my very thin angled brush, this angled brush. So that's what I'm doing with, I don't know what the name of this brush is rather, but for those of you that you know this brush, I'm sure if you know what the name is, please just list it down and let every other person know, or rather I'll get the name for you guys. And just, it's so nice, it's so thin, it can give you the best, the utmost wing eyeliner that you can ever imagine. So I'm just doing, lining my eyes and making sure that both sides are symmetrical. You understand, both sides are symmetrical. So I like that. I don't want one looking at north, the other side looking downward. Do you understand? Like one looking upward, the other side looking downward. Don't mind me guys, I like to play a lot. So the parts I'm doing now is my lip. As you guys can see, I'm using a pencil. I think this pencil is from True Lips. They have like 12 pieces in a pack, and it's so cheap. It's not so expensive. It's very, very affordable, you know. So, and you have different colors from the darkest to the lightest, different colors, nice colors. So I'm using it to line my lips. What I normally do before applying any lipstick color is I like to line my lips, just to give me a guideline as to where to put the lipstick. I don't just like to go over to my lip with just the lip stain and all that. Probably no, fine, if I'm not, it's not necessary that I use a pencil because I'm using a lip stain. Do you understand, guys? But I like to use a pencil to line my lips. If I want it full, or if I want to like reduce the size, I like to use a pencil just to give me a guideline as to where to put that. And I'm using this lip stain. It's from Blossom. So I'm using, it's more like, it's looking purple, blue purple kind of. So nice, and it's very, very matte. It doesn't dry up your lips. I already primed my lips earlier before I started this tutorial. That's one of the things I did before I started this tutorial. I've primed my lips and all that. So, but with this lip stain on it, so it doesn't dry, it doesn't over dry your lips. It doesn't make you look as if you're wearing too much. So I think my camera cut off in this part, but what I basically did was I lined my lips. After lining, I make sure that every part is well coated. Then afterwards, I went over with my lip stain. That's like pink. I used pink inside just to create an ombre effect. So that's how I got this beautiful look that you guys have been asking me to put up. Thank you so much, guys. Show you the finished look. So this is the finished look. Thank you guys for, I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Thank you so much. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share it, and please leave me your comment of what you enjoy in this video, how you think you will rock it better. Is it the lips you like or the eyes? See you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.